One mega fight is announced, and we break down the other. Stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Leave us a comment. Welcome to Friday Check Hook. A huge mega fight is announced by two of the biggest names in the sport. Let's start there. And then the fight doc will break down the Broner fight. But let's start with Daniel Jacobs and Canelo Alvarez, who will meet up at the T-Mobile Arena on May 4th to unify the WBA, WBC, and IBF belt. This is great news for fight fans. The Triple G Canelo trilogy was heavily rumored, and I for one thought we were going to get that. I thought we were going to get the trilogy, the third fight between Canelo and Triple G. I'm glad we aren't. I really am. Canelo and Triple G have already fought twice. And yeah, they were both competitive and they were both entertaining. I wouldn't have complained if we got the third fight. However, I'm glad that we didn't. They've already fought twice. I had no need to see it again. But I was fine, and I was also fine with Canelo getting the W in the second bout, even though I scored it a draw. I scored the second fight 114-114. I had it even. But if you look at it, if you look at the first Canelo, the second Canelo Triple G fight, it looks like Canelo won more rounds. It looks like Canelo got the better of it. Like, if you just looked at it as one big pie, it looks like, okay, Canelo won that fight. When I went back, when you score it round by round, I had it 6-6. I thought the rounds Canelo won, he won by more, but I had it 6-6, and that's the way you scored, so I scored it as a draw. I think a third fight was a little overkill. And I would rather see anyone get a shot at Canelo, and I'd rather see Triple G fight anyone else. The third fight was really down on my list. I want to see who the best middleweight in the world is. The only way to find out who that is to have everyone fight everyone else. And then organically, we will find out who is the last man standing. We will find out organically who is the best 160-pounder in the world. That's how you do it. You have everyone fight everyone. Now, we'll get to that later. Now, not the same two guys fighting each other over and over again. You don't find out who the best middleweight in the world is that way. You find out who's better between those two guys, right? So it was overkill for me. You had basically two guys taking the whole division, which is probably the best division in the sport, hostage. And every other top 160-pounder was simply waiting it out, right? Because those were the two big money fights. If I can't get Canelo, I want Triple G. Well, Canelo and Triple G have spent over a year now with each other. And I'm glad to see someone else getting that opportunity. And I'm glad it's Daniel Jacobs. It's a great fight. It's a unification fight, which are always fantastic. In order to be a unified champ, you have to beat all the other champs. So that's what Canelo and Jacobs are trying to do here. It's a great fight, so it's no exception to that rule that unification fights are always great, or typically great. And we're going to find out who the top middleweight here is. Jacobs is a great fighter with a good fan base. He's largely popular. He has a big following in New York. I originally was hoping the fight was going to be put in the Garden, and that's why I put Canelo's last fight in the Garden, to see how he sold there. He sold pretty well. We know that he sells in Vegas. We know that he sells in Texas. We know that he sells in California. New York was the only place left standing, and he can sell there too. They already had the T-Mobile booked, so they're obviously putting this fight. They're not going to put something else in there against this fight. That would be ridiculous. So this is at the T-Mobile. I'd rather it be at Madison Square Garden, but I'm not complaining because this is the fight. This is a great fight. Jacobs will be the taller, more athletic fighter. He's a gifted boxer with good power. He has a real chance. Now, the question is going to be, does his chin stand up? If it becomes a pure boxing match, who wins that? I don't know. Jacobs could. If it becomes a slugfest, who wins that? Remember, Jacobs is going to be faster. He's going to be a lot faster. He's going to have better, I don't want to say better footwork, he's going to have quicker feet. He's longer. Jacobs has advantages in this fight. Yes, right now, if you ask me to make my prediction, I would take Canelo by late stoppage. I think it's a good, close fight, competitive fight. And if we get to the 8th, 9th, 10th round, you're going to see Canelo start to break him down. I think he stops him in the 11th. If I had to make a prediction today, I would take Canelo by TKO in the 11th round. But that's not my official prediction. We'll get to that as we get closer to this fight. And this is going to be a heck of a fight. Boxing fans, this is a win. I've been the first one complaining that the best aren't fighting the best. You aren't getting the best fighters in each weight class fighting each other. We are getting that. We are getting that with this fight. So I'm really glad that we're getting this. Triple G, Jacobs probably deserved the decision over Triple G. He didn't get it. It was highly competitive. He did get knocked down. So I'm not really complaining about that, but on my scorecard, I did have Jacobs winning. I thought Jacobs won most of the rounds, but it was very competitive, and a lot of those rounds could have went either way. Jacobs didn't do anything to cement the victory. I just thought he won more rounds, right? And that's subjective. It's not like Jacobs definitely won that fight, but more people than not, right? The majority of people you ask, and it's probably a small majority, but it is a majority, think Jacobs won that fight. So I'm glad to see him get another big money fight. Again, I don't think I'm picking Jacobs, but I wouldn't be shocked if Jacobs won. This is a really good fight, and I want to give kudos to Canelo, because Canelo doesn't care. He's going to keep fighting the best. If you guys want to trash him because he fought Rocky Fowler, so what? He took it on 2 months, it was 8 weeks later, after the rematch with Triple G, which was a war. You guys wanted him to come back on 8 weeks and fight a killer. That's silly. He's fighting a killer now. He's fighting a great fight. Also, what we may get now, what I'm thinking is, because if you're watching the Zone card today, it doesn't seem like Eddie Hearn is real confident that Triple G is going to sign with the Zone, which means he'll be going to PBC. Possibly. I guess ESPN's in the mix too. I don't think it's really in play though. But he could be going to PBC, which means we get a Triple G Charlo fight. The winner would fight the winner of this fight. So, look, Charlo versus Canelo, I think, is gold in Houston. Minute Maid Park, that's a great fight for September. You can put it there. Or, if Jacobs won, Jacobs and Charlo have some beef. So that would be a great fight. I'd love to see that. That would be an excellent fight. Or, if Triple G beats Charlo, which I would not pick, but let's say Triple G won that fight, either a trilogy with Canelo or a rematch with Danny Jacobs would be a great fight. But you're getting closure. You're getting what I asked for in the middleweight division. Now we just need to get Andrade, who fights a little later today. We need to get him in the mix. But this is a win. This Canelo-Jacobs fight is a win, because it means we're going to get 2 top-notch fights. It means we're going to get Triple G, likely, against another top 160-pounder. And we're going to get Jacobs and Canelo. So that's 2 fights, right? If it was just a trilogy, we'd be only getting 1 fight, and everybody else sitting on the sidelines waiting for the winner. So this is a win. This is good stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions below. You're allowed to change your predictions, but let me know who you think, top of your head, wins this fight between Canelo and Jacobs. So leave your thoughts, comments below. And I want to get into Fight Doctor mode. I want to break down this Pacquiao Broner fight, which is tomorrow night at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Let's break this down. WBA 147-pound titleist Manny Pacquiao and AB, Adrian Broner, are all ready to get on. They both made weight. They both came in underweight, so that's good news. This is going to be an excellent scrap. Neither guy is really ever in a boring fight. Both guys have a fan-friendly style. I can't remember any boring fight that Broner's ever been in. The only boring fight Pac's ever been in was Floyd Mayweather. So, 70 fights he's had. This is his 70th fight. He's been in 1 boring fight. The other 69, all of them that we saw, which is probably most of them, is were all good, entertaining scraps. So this is going to be a good fight. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be fan-friendly. There's going to be lots of action. Look, Broner eats too many shots. He keeps his high guard and looks to counter with nothing but power shots. That's a nightmare. That's tailor-made for Pacquiao. However, on the flip side, he's highly athletic. He can move. He's got great legs. Throws crisp, clean combos. That's a nightmare for Pacquiao. So this is going to be a good fight, right? Like Broner is both a nightmare because of his athleticism for Pacquiao, but he also keeps his hands in his pocket and shelved up, which is, tailor-made for Pacquiao. So this is going to be interesting, because Broner represents a yin and a yang for Pacquiao, no pun intended. So how do I see this fight going? I think early on, Pac builds up an early lead, firing off combinations, making AB shell up, making AB eat a lot of shots, keep his hands in his pocket like we talked about. And I think early on, when Pac's legs are still fresh, remember Pac is 40 now. We'll get into why he's so fresh on a different episode. That's not for today. Why he's so young at 40. Whatever. But when his legs are fresh, he's going to throw a lot of combinations early. He's going to be in and out, and you're going to see a lot of the younger, what Pacquiao looked like when he was younger. which will cause Broner's counter punches to miss. So you're going to have Pacquiao out-throwing him, out-landing him, and Broner not landing much earlier. I think through the first 3, 4, 5 rounds, you're going to have Pacquiao, let's say through 5 rounds, it's 4-1 Pacquiao. I think, though, Pacquiao, like, he is 40, he's going to slow, and Broner starts late. Well, Broner gets going and Pacquiao slows down, you're going to see a shift in this fight. I think a lot of the fight's going to be held in the center of the ring. I think Broner's going to, Kevin Cunningham's going to be in his ear. You're down in this fight. You need to get going. And he flips the script. He starts to win rounds. Not that he sweeps rounds or dominates the fight, but, from the 5th round on, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, the rounds are going to be very even. You can score rounds for Broner. You can score them for Pacquiao if you want to. He's going to start landing clean, effective power shots. He's going to start doubling up, throwing 3-punch, 2-punch, 3-punch combinations that are going to land cleanly on Pacquiao. Pacquiao doesn't step away, he doesn't hold. So they're going to exchange a lot. This fight's going to shift to the middle of the ring. I think Broner drops Pacquiao late in the fight. Let's say the 10th round, 9th round, 10th round. But Pacquiao's able to get up and fights on. By the last couple of rounds, let's say the last 3 rounds of the fight, it's a fight of the year type action, those last 3 rounds. Both guys are standing in the middle of the ring, trading combinations. There's no holding. Both guys are starting to let it go. Pacquiao's outworking them, but they're both landing clean shots. Pacquiao's probably landing a few more and carrying rounds on volume, but they're both landing good, clean shots and both getting to each other and holding each other and hurting each other. AB's going to have plenty of moments, but it's leaving his hands in his pockets too far. Like we always say, well, Broner let his hands go. He's going to let it go later in the fight, but I think he dug himself too much in a hole in the first couple of rounds. But the second half of the fight was pretty even from the middle rounds on. And Broner scores a knockdown going to the scorecards. I think it's too little too late. I think Pacquiao takes the decision. But I'm going to give you a 3 scorecard, tell you what kind of fight I think it is. Like I said, after 12 highly competitive rounds going to the scorecards, 114, 113, 115, 112, 117, 110. Remember the knockdown. All in favor of the WBA champ, Manny Pacquiao, who retains his title by unanimous decision. After the fight, Mayweather storms the ring, the two face off, and the rumor mill starts to go crazy. And Mayweather is supposed to be there. Mayweather is rumored to be sitting ringside. I think that we all know why, that we're going to get that fight or we won't get that fight. But there's going to be a lot of hype for it. There's going to be a lot of talk about it. I don't think that fight's going to happen next. I do think Mayweather will be ringside. I do think he'll come in the ring. I do think the two will face off. I do think the rumor will start to go crazy, but I don't think we're going to get Mayweather-Pacquiao 2 because, look, Mayweather's 42 years old, I think, now, and I think, keeps in shape, obviously, as we saw. Some days he goes to the gym and he feels like a kid again. He feels like he's 25. And he's like, I can fight forever. Other days he's 42. He goes in and my body's just not there. My legs aren't there. I'm tired and weak. I'm not that young anymore. And he's so obsessed with that O on his record, that O in his record that he has, that he's not going to risk losing it. Right? I'm not saying that he would lose to Pacquiao, but I'm saying he could lose. Like, he's 42. And these guys who say he would beat Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford today, you're being ridiculous. He's 42 years old. Remember, he struggled with Marcos Maidana. But Marcos Maidana, and again, I'm not knocking him. He's the best fighter of his era. He's one of the best fighters of any era. But Father Time beats everyone. And I think Mayweather's going to just decide that there's not enough left in the tank. I've had a great career. I'm not going to risk losing a fight now. So I don't think you get that fight. So that's my prediction on that. My official prediction for the fight is Pacquiao by unanimous decision. Close, competitive. I do think he gets dropped. But let me know what you guys think. Leave your predictions as well as your thoughts and your comments below. For Friday Check Hook, this is 3D Boxing signing off, saying thank you and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.